Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and to nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. Now today I'm going to go over the new moon, which is actually taking place on September 6th or even September 2nd and even September 7th in the evening. And I'm simply just going to go over how we are going to be influenced by the energies that are coming down and how we can even utilize the energies from this new moon, and also a few other things that I thought that you would like to know. So today's video is new moon in Virgo. Get right into it. Alright, so the new moon once again is actually taking place on September 6th in the evening or even September 7th. So the new moon is actually going to be in Virgo, which Virgo is the feminine mutable sign, earth as well. So Virgo is an earth mutable sign, and Virgo is also feminine in nature, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so there's going to be a lot of mercurial empowerment within the energies that are coming down with this astrological event or the new moon. And usually new moons are said to be the time of the month for basically starting anew, bringing in revelations and even allowing new beginnings to come through these ends. It is a great time for ending processes and starting anew. And the way to use new moons is usually you start some sort of mandala, which a mandala is a cycle. You start some sort of mandala, or you start some projects. You basically start something new in your life, and then when the full moon in Virgo comes along, that would be the end of the mandala. So when there is a new moon, the way to utilize its cyclical energies or its mandala, you basically start something new during the new moon, and then you 6 months later would come to finishing it up when the full moon in Virgo comes. So basically how you do that once again is you would start something new during the new moon, and since it's in Virgo, you would then finish up whatever you started during the new moon on the next full moon, which is in Virgo as well. So it has to start as a new moon in Virgo, and then the full moon in Virgo, which is like 6 months later, would then end that that mandala that you start on the new moon, and that is how you use the moon's energies for creating mandalas or cycles over the 6 month period. And it literally keeps you universally in synchronicity with the energies that are constantly coming down throughout each and every new moon and full moon that are basically in fluctuation. So that is a little bit of how you actually use the new moon and start creating mandalas and new projects or new processes to finish right during these 6 months that basically is acting as an empowerment or a organizing force, So the new moon, once again, is a time for starting new. It is literally for new beginnings, creation. It is for rest as well, because the new moon is actually completely blacked out, and this is the time when the moon is actually in its peak of yin energies. The moon in itself is all about the emotional level, or our emotional states, or our deeper emotional states, our deeper levels of being, and that is already yin. It is already feminine in nature. The moon is all about feminine energy, but when there's a a new moon, it is peaking in that feminine energy, or that yin energy, or that passive energy, or that restful energy, that magnetic emotional energy. And basically what this is a great time for as well is coming to states of healing. That is one perfect utilization for a new moon as well, because it is basically allowing us to come to deep states of rest. Okay, and I also know that before the new moon actually takes place, there is a few days where the energy levels are completely dropped, and it's called the dark period of the moon or something like that. But basically, before the new moon takes place, there is a few days where the energy levels are very, very dropped, and they are very, very yin. And this period, these few days, we're probably already feeling it since it's in a few days, but this period will literally have us in a lower energy levels, and this will allow us to further bring in states of healing for ourselves. And this is perfectly fitting into Virgo as well, because Virgo is actually feminine in nature, and Virgo is all about practical nurturing into a comfortability through life, when basically being able to mold yourself into the areas of life with your talents and skills and all your different opportunities to basically come into a state of practical living, and comfortability once again. So it fits in with Virgo very much so, because they are both feminine, and femininity is most definitely divinity, it is most definitely heightened during this time. It is all about internalization and subjectivity. Okay, so there's going to be a natural momentum towards health and wellness as well, and this is that area of healing that is basically coming to be empowered due to the fact that Virgo is the 6th house, and the 6th house is all about our wellness, our states of health, our comfortability, our areas of life that we would like to live within as well. And basically there is a natural momentum further to mold ourselves with that energy from the 6th house to basically come into an end state of practical living. Once again, practical living would be your health, your wellness, your work through talents. Your talents and your natural skills are going to be empowered during this time, which Virgo is great for. Maybe there's going to be a heightened analysis, maybe there's going to be heightened communication. Virgo is known as the virgin, and The Virgin is all about bringing in practical things, or even things that are new. Being the Virgin is all about bringing in new. So Virgo is definitely bringing in a lot of new things during this time with the new moon. And once again, the new moon is also the time of the month where you should start beginning new projects. And 6 months later, after making an agenda with little steps to build yourself up, would then come to a completion, and that would be during the full moon in Virgo, which is around 6 months later from September 6th. So there's a lot to understand. Once again, if you know Virgo and you know the lunar energies or the moon energies, then you can put 2 and 2 together, and you can understand that it is a highly feminine astrological event. And not only is it feminine, but there is going to be a lot of benefic energy as well, with all of the astrological events taking place as of late, like I believe it is Venus trine Jupiter. See, this is a very benefic astrological event, and it is only complementing the new moon in Venus as well. So it is going to be very benefic for us, and it is going to be very molding of us towards where we want to be. That leads to practical living, comfortability, sensuality, and high states of pleasure and love and prosperity as well. So I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to keep it right there. I do thank you guys for watching, and I hope I did help you out come into clarity of what the new moon in Virgo might bring, and how to even use it to start new projects that will basically be momentumed throughout the 6 month period from the new moon in Virgo to the full moon in Virgo. And then you can actually use that period to get a heightened astrological synchronicity into your direction of life, So progression is most definitely the key of this new moon. So I do thank you guys for watching once again. Subscribe over here to the left of me and help me reach 50 subs. Drop a like on the video to the right of me and support the channel once again. Generate some static electricity from your ethereal body, or your spatial body needs to be strengthened and realized for the collective rising consciousness. I love you guys. Have a great day, and peace out.